Kinley, former Navy cornerback. I'll give you the backstory here. Went undrafted, team captain. He's the class president, gave the commencement speech at the Naval Academy, had an outside chance to win a roster spot with the Buccaneers. He would be a special teamer, maybe a fifth cornerback there. The Chiefs also had an interest in him as well. And Cameron told the Tampa Bay Times he chose the Buccaneers due to a family connection to coaches in the organization. His father was a college teammate of one of the assistant coaches on the roster. And his older brother played under Bruce Arians with the Cardinals. So he was going to try out for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and see if he could make it as their fifth cornerback, a special teams guy. But the Naval Academy said no to his request. He was never trying to just leave the Naval Academy. He knew he still had his military commitment. He was going to try to defer that. And Cameron Kinley joining us on the program here. Tell me the process here, though, of trying to play in the NFL with that military commitment. What steps did you try to take to join the Buccaneers?
Right. So in the summer of 2019, President Trump endorsed this new policy, which is called the DTM, which allows service academy graduates to request to delay their commissioning in order to pursue professional sports. So you put together a package and your school signs off on the package and forwards it to the Secretary of Defense. So after I was picked up by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, we got my package together, and then the Naval Academy signed off on it and forwarded it to the Secretary of Defense. And then it was denied by the acting Secretary of the Navy.
What reason were you given?
I was given no explanation, and I was told that there is no appeal process.
Is that why you're doing the interview?
You could say that. I just want to kind of get my story out there because I feel like it needs to be heard for sure. But yeah, it's definitely been a tough couple of weeks trying to deal with the situation.
Are you allowed to ask for an explanation?
Well, that's kind of the business that we're in the military. You know, I'm not owed an explanation. The acting Secretary of the Navy, simply it was up to his discretion to deny the package and not forward it. That's just a part of the way the DTM works. So he doesn't owe me an explanation. It would be nice to have one and just give me a sense of peace. But at the end of the day, I'm not really expecting one.
What kind of emotions do you have?
I remember when I found out, I was speechless. You know, I felt like I had a piece of me taken away. I just thought about all the hard work and all the adversity that I had to overcome to get to this point, and for someone to just take away my childhood dream, it definitely hurts, you know, and it's emotions that I'm still processing. I woke up this morning and I just felt kind of sick, head heavy. So it's definitely starting to take a toll on me.
What did you hear from the Buccaneers?
So my agents have been doing a lot of the communication with the team. So if things can get figured out by training camp, then they'll take me back. If not, then in 2 years, I'll be able to go back and try out as long as I'm still on the military reserve list.
Have you reached out to Keenan Reynolds?
He sent me he tweeted something now just telling me to keep my head up and to stay positive and that he feels for me. But I haven't really talked to too many other people who had success with the military and professional sports.
Yeah, Cameron, it seems random. Maybe you're not a high enough profile. Keenan was pretty famous. You know, people thought maybe he was a Heisman Trophy guy. So I don't know if it's that if David Robinson famously was able to go to the NBA, but he was high profile and it reflected in a positive way on the Naval Academy. I'm just trying to process this as well. Can you understand this or help me understand why one guy and not you?
Well, I don't think the profile has anything to do with it because I look at last year, there are 4 undrafted players from other academies that were able to use this package. And then this year alone, there's also 3 players from Air Force and a player from Army who all went undrafted that have been able to use this policy. And during the whole draft process, I was fortunate enough to have different interviews with Good Morning Football and ESPN, so I felt like I was bringing good publicity to the Navy and to the Naval Academy. And then I went down to rookie mini camp and had a good performance down there. So I don't think the profile has anything to do with it. I'll be curious to figure out.
What's the next step?
So I'm getting ready I'm preparing for my career as an officer in the Navy now. I'm currently on my basket leave, and that expires on June 28th. And then I head to Annapolis for a temporary duty assignment until October. And then after that, I'll start my career path as an information warfare community officer.
You need Tom Brady on your side here, Cameron.
That'd be nice if I could get TV12 to say something. I'd definitely appreciate that. But I understand.
Are you worried about any repercussions doing this interview?
It might happen, but at the end of the day, I know where my heart is and I know where I stand. I feel like the common misconception is that I don't want to serve, and that's never been the case. It's never, ever been the case since I've been at the academy, or else I would have transferred. I'm excited to serve as an officer in the Navy, and I'm looking forward to that career. I just felt like I had the opportunity to do both, and I don't see why I'm not able to.
How many push-ups can you do right now?
I mean, I'm still in shape. I don't know the exact number, but if it's a competition, I keep going to the other.
If I said 100.
Yeah, I can knock out 100.
100? I didn't mean to insult you. Of course you could do 100. Yeah, I understand that. Good luck with the fight here, Cameron. We appreciate it. We'll be following this, and I wish you well, because I can understand the frustration there. If you think you got something and you still want to commit to the military, and then it was taken away from you. So good luck with the next step, whatever that is.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me on the show.
It's Cameron Kinley, former Navy cornerback, went undrafted and was trying to make the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.